I'm very excited to introduce to you a visual artist and curator, Diane Drubay from Blue Shift, who will give a digital art presentation called Post-Natural Sky. Diane.
Hello, and thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time to take this art pose. So, one cloud, a vanishing horizon. I have to say that when I started working on clouds, I was not really thinking about science, politics, or about climate change. I was actually just thinking about the fact that I feel very good when I'm looking at a cloud, just, passing slowly in front of you. And basically, I started to wonder, what is our relationship with clouds? The clouds that are just passing by. And what about if one day they will disappear? What about if you look at the sky and you don't see clouds anymore? So I started to wonder, what is our relationship with clouds and what clouds can tell us about ourselves, but about climate change and about the future. What about these clouds? What are they composed of? Are they composed of water, as they should be? Or are they composed of microplastic or particles of toxic substance? Are they made or are they natural? So many different questions came out. I have to say that today, the skies that you are looking at are actually not natural. There is nothing natural when you are talking about the sky. They are totally post-natural. Let's remember these really vibrant red and orange skies that everyone took pictures of in Los Angeles a few months ago, but also, when we had these endless fires in the Amazonian forest, or in Turkey a few years ago, or in Australia last year. But the clouds are actually having a very paradoxical role to play when we talk about our future and about climate change. Some clouds are actually really about, they are sun reflectors, and others, they are thermal blankets. So let's talk about the clouds. There is this really thin clouds that we call the cirrus clouds. They are staying in a really high altitude. They are these really thin clouds looking like hair. These ones are actually trapping heat, and they are contributing to warming the planet. But then there is also the cumulus clouds. The cumulus clouds, they are these very fluffy clouds that every kids are drawing. These ones, they are actually staying in the lower altitude, and they reflect the planet. They are actually helping the planet to stay cooler. However, the more the planet is getting warm, the harder it is for cumulus cloud to stay at a lower altitude. And then slowly, we are facing an extinction of cumulus clouds. So today, I would like to invite you to take a pose with one cloud for a few seconds only. Thank you for taking the time, and we will watch a second one. These videos are actually an invitation to take a moment with one cloud, slowly shifting, slowly changing colors, slowly fading away. And then at one point, because you are really spending this moment of pose with this cloud, at one point, this cloud is actually staying in your retina. It's called the after effect image. And you start seeing this cloud in different places when you're looking at white backgrounds. Thank you for taking the moment to look at the cloud. It's a moment to wonder. It's a moment to slow down. And it's a moment to feel some awe and to care. Clouds, we are having a very strong impact on clouds. It is not just about colors, just like I said about the fires, but it's also about their existence and also potentially their extinction. Clouds could actually vanish if we achieve 1,200 ppm concentration of CO2. In other terms, it means that if we achieve the 4 degrees Celsius warming that the IPCC told us about the worst case scenario, we will see clouds vanishing. And the loss of shallow clouds could actually add up 8 degrees temperature globally. So this is not just a simple cloud, a fluffy cloud. These clouds are very important. And I think I'm actually going over time, going faster. Sorry about that. My series about clouds could also say different things. This is all about the clouds vanishing and vanishing homes, because it's actually a collaboration with UNHCR showing the colors of the flags of different countries facing the highest numbers of climate population moving and migrating due to climate displacement. And for instance, in Bangladesh, 3 million people had to migrate because of climate change. So today I just want to invite you to cherish our cloud, to just see them not just as symbols, as fluffy things, but as systems, and not just as metaphors, but as messengers. Thank you so much for taking this time with me.